I'm in the studio on a Saturday, and when I'm in the studio on a Saturday, it's over. It's completely over. And that means that I get to work all day. And so, fellas, I will tell you this, and ladies, you can apply it too. I think it probably works for you also. One of the reasons why I tell people that they need to get out of the house is because it increases your productivity. And the way that you increase your productivity is you got to get rid of the women. One of the best things about my studio, one of the best things about my studio is that I can completely isolate myself. And when I isolate myself, I'm a productivity monster. If you want to figure out how to fix your life, if you want to fix your money, if you want to get your work together, you gonna have to get out the house. And I understand that it's a lot of people that may not necessarily have a studio, and that's cool. You got an office that you can go to, you got a Starbucks that you can go and visit. Go to the library. Yo, the library is one of the best kept secrets when it comes to making money. I learned that when I went broke. I lived in a library. I took my daughter to the library. Bro, they have these rooms, these little booths, and I'm pretty sure I haven't, did it in a long time, but they used to have these rooms and these booths where you could basically, and there would be people in there tutoring each other. I would see other demographics of people in there all the time. Indian people and Asian people, they love to do productivity activities inside of the library. And I don't care if they went to a university or what, they would rent out the booth for like 3-4 hours and they would just work together. I seen people in there developing applications a long time ago. I seen all kind of stuff. People, in order to really create and do what they got to do, whenever I would just be frustrated or it would be a lot of stuff that's going on around me inside of my household because I had a lot of people that I was living with when I moved back into my mother's basement. Whenever I would want to increase my productivity and get stuff done, I would go to the library. I would go to the library. And so this is my form of a library. I got productivity booming in here. And so I got a multiple computers. I can switch it up. I'll take an hour and a half nap. So that's where I usually crash out on the futon right there. That's the infamous black couch. That's some of my white shirts that y'all see me wear on the Millionaire Morning Show. In between those doors is where the Millionaire Morning Show is. Over there is where I do a lot of my reaction videos. And so I got the cameras and stuff set up over there. This is where I do a lot of the interviews and stuff over here, all on this couch. And so I got, stuff over there. And I got a window. I'm looking out the windows and stuff over here. And so y'all see me looking at that. And so my productivity, because I got everything I need. I got super fast internet in here. My productivity is on 10. Like, I can come in here and I can lock myself in here for a day or two. I can come in here and I got the drinks. I got, you know what I'm saying, a place where I can crash at. I got microphones. I can call. Usually, and this is another reason why I like to have my studio downtown, is because I could build my studio anywhere, right? I got TVs everywhere. It's a TV literally right up there, right? And of course, you see the studio setup and all of this stuff. But the reason why I got my studio downtown is because, let's say, for example, I'm creating content, right? And I want to get some people in here. I want to do an interview, or I want to have some, you know what I'm saying, some creatives in here. I can quickly hit somebody up, or I can go on Instagram and DM some chicks, or I can hit some chicks up and say, "Hey, come in here and just chill." Like I'll give y'all another example. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. Sometimes I'll bring women in here and I'll be sitting right here. I got music, you know what I'm saying? I got the Apple home pods and stuff like that. And I'll just have women sitting over there while I'm working and they become my muse. But I want them to not bother me. So I want them to party and have a good time. And I want them to drink and do whatever it is that they want to do. I'll order food and all of that stuff. And it gives me the inspiration. And so they just become my muse because I got them over there cut on all of the lights. So I'll show y'all what me putting on the lights look like. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get this. So I'll cut on the lights. So I got the lights over there and I got the fireplace, and then I'll have something popping off on the TV and stuff like that. Um, and then we'll change the vibes in here. And then I'll just start working, and I can get a bunch of stuff done. And when I'm trying to be creative, a lot of times I'll have I'll have like 2 or 3 women over there, and then they just be chilling, having a good time. And that allows for me to be able to to have them as my muse. And so then I could just work for a while. And I say, hey, just come through for a few hours, come chill, come hang out, and then it'd be a vibe. So here's the thing. If you want to be super productive and you want to really be successful, you got to learn how to get rid of the women, bro. Honestly. And I'm not talking about the women that you use as a muse, because that's just like a temporary once in a while, whatever. I don't want them to say nothing to me. I'm not interested in talking. I just want them to be there because I like to look over and see what's happening. I like to have certain vibes, and I created an environment. It's like being in the studio making music, right? But except you're a content creator. If you want to be successful, y'all got to get rid of the women. I'm not saying permanently. I'm saying that the distractions is heavy, bro. The distractions is heavy. Like even when I work from home, to have people, I know people will be around and they'll be waiting for me to be like, oh, let's go and go to a restaurant, or let's go to the show where I got to entertain them and stuff like that. And it's like, when I'm here, people know that I'm just dialed in. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem is. And that's why I was telling y'all that working from home with your chick there, bro, you're not going to get no whole lot of stuff done. You can't stay focused. You can't, you know what I'm saying? April, this is a one-off. I don't usually do shows that often on Saturday. But I'm gonna give y'all at least 3-4 hours today. All right. I'm gonna do at least 3 hours today, minimum. And you know, a lot of times it just slows you down. You know what I'm saying? You got this happening over there, you got the refrigerator over there, and so you snacking and shit. And you got this chick over there, and she's always coming in and saying, oh, when are we going to spend some time together? And she wants quality time because she thinks that you working from home or you being productive at home means that means more time for her. A lot of times women don't know how to just to have you around and just to experience you. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be taking that advice and be working just as productive as you. And you supposed to be inspiring her, and she waiting for you to just go to the goddamn restaurant or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta work. You gonna have to work, bro. You can't be hanging out with everybody else. I know that downtown is right down the street. If I feel like it, I'll jump in the car and go to the Gucci store, or I'll go and see what's happening at Aloe. I'll go do a vlog or something like that. But other than that, I'll put the game up on the TV or put something on the TV or whatever. But other than that, man, I'm out. I gotta work. See, I think it's a time for work and a time for play. And so one of the beautiful things about being in the studio or having a space where you can separate yourself from, again, that could be a coffee shop, it could be a library. You need to be singularly working by yourself as a man. If you cannot do that, if you have not cultivated habits and spaces where you can separate yourself from the general public and the population and the women that's in your life and your brother and your mother and your sister, and everybody is able to easily get in touch with you and be able to come and see what's happening, you will not be productive, bro. You got too much stuff going on all around you and in your life that is not going to cause for you to be successful. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I leave, I come straight to the studio, and I cook. I work. So I'm going to probably be here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll probably be here for the next 12 hours. For the next 12 hours, I'm going to be here. And I love it. And it's fun. Because I throw on some music. Babyface Ray just dropped a new one. Rio just dropped a new one. Gunna just dropped a new song, a new track list. And so I'm going to throw on the mix between the old and the new. And I'm just going to cook. And I'm going to have a good time all by myself. And I'm going to crank out 20 videos. I'm going to crank out. See, and that's another thing. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. Is that the winners love this shit. The winners love it. They love working. We adore working. Some guys, they want to, you know what I'm saying? They love hoes. I love working. And then I like to use the women as the muse, as the inspiration behind whatever it is that I'm doing. Some dudes like tricking. Some dudes like jacking off. Some dudes like watching porn. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Their vice is, whatever. My vice is I love this shit. I love working. And so I don't work because I have to. I work because I love it. And so I'm a cook, and so you're going to have a different mindset if you want to. You got to get rid of the distractions. Whatever you got to do to get rid of the distractions. I don't care if you smoke, light a spliff, and knock out the distractions, go do whatever it is that I don't give a fuck what you got to do. You gonna have to go and get that money, bro. Go get the money. And the best way to get the money is to get rid of the distractions. Honest to God, get rid of the distractions. I come into the studio, it's me and the cameras and the computers, and all of this shit is extra. And I work. I ain't looking. Listen, this Saturday, worst case scenario, I might go skating tonight. I got my skates in the trunk. I spend more time in my studio. That's why I was so excited. Yo, this is one of the first weekends in a long time that I actually get to be home, because now I get to work and be in the studio. I can catch up on everything. I can get ahead of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do to win, man. And most people are not winners. They are losers. Most people are not winners. They losers. So I'm not telling you that you got to smoke. I'm just saying that you need to calm your mind, do whatever it is that you have to do so that you can get to the money and that you can focus on building your businesses. Right? Whatever you got to do to focus on what you got to do to build your businesses and to get your content, or to motivate yourself to work on whatever it is that you need to work on. A lot of us, we always say we don't know. You do. You got plenty of time. You just use it stupid. And you look at your Saturday and you don't even remember what you did last Saturday. And so that's what you focus on. For me, I wake up, brush my teeth, come here on a Saturday, and I work. That's all I'm going to do for the next 12 hours, probably till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be working. I like this. Saturday, I get to take my time and cook. You said to some of us, money isn't everything. Okay, that's cool. Money ain't everything to me either. I talked about that last night. Being productive is important to me. And with productivity comes money. And so a lot of people identify with the reward that's at the end of the rainbow, which a lot of times is being paid for your services. And so, yeah, I absolutely have worked myself into the space where money ain't necessarily everything, but I also understand that you need it in order to fix your life. You got to pay off your debt. You got a fucking mortgage. Nigga, if you got debt of any kind, money is everything to you. I don't know. What do y'all own? What do you money isn't everything? Yes, it is, nigga. If you owe somebody some money, whether it be the bank, your mama, your brother, your friend, your nigga, money is everything to you because you got your priority should be to make sure that you don't owe nobody no money. What the fuck is you talking about? Money, listen, money ain't everything to people who got money. Money isn't everything to people who got money. That means that I don't owe nobody nothing, so I don't have to be on top of it. Money is everything to somebody that owes people money. Don't let society fool you and thinking that money ain't everything, but you owe a bunch of money and you got a bunch of shit that's financed. Nigga, if you not 100% on top of your game, if you owe somebody, if you owe a mortgage, if you owe a car note, yes, it is. It's everything for you. For you, it's everything. For you, it's everything. Money ain't everything to me no more. Being productive is important to me now. Fuck is you talking about? You can't quit your job, boy. You a slave. Fuck is you talking about? Money ain't everything. Boy, you better get off of listening to them pro-black, earthy motherfuckers that think that they gonna be living in the woods somewhere. Goddamn, I hate you broke niggas. Get this broke shit from around me, man. Get broke shit from around. Money ain't everything, nigga. It is everything for you. You can't breathe if you ain't got it. You can't eat. You see them homeless people on the street, go hang with them then. Tell them that money ain't everything. Money ain't everything, says the broke nigga. The one thing that we all should agree on, regardless if you Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, man, woman, gay, straight, is that yes, money is everything when you owe people money and you financing, you afterpay Klarna ass motherfucker. Fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Money ain't everything. Some of us don't care about it. That's an excuse of niggas that never achieve their dreams and don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. They usually retreat to defeat and they say money isn't everything. That's an excuse for people whose dreams go to die. That's an excuse for people whose dreams go to die. They say shit like that. They're coping. It's a coping mechanism for being broke. And broke is relative. Don't mean that you in a tent. It means that you're not where you're supposed to be because you can do better and you don't because you're lazy and you think that money ain't everything and you still owing people. Yes, you do owe somebody. Dummy. Go listen. That's what broke niggas say to women that want to go out and they can't afford to go and take them where they want to go. Even if you, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm not dealing with these niggas. Because everybody want to live an awesome lifestyle. You know what money does? It changes the dynamics of the organizations. You know what somebody hit me with today? Let me help you out. My homegirl called me today. She said, Anton, you know you need to gear up for next year. I said, what do I need to gear up for? You know you're going to have to make sure that you contribute to your old high school. You know what affords me to be able to change people's lives, to give scholarships to boys from my own old high school to ensure that they then don't have the same financial burden that they would have if they go into college once they graduate. You know what it takes? Money. In order to contribute to people and make sure that they don't have the same financial burden for these scholarship funds that I have, to make sure that people from my old high school can go to college and have scholarships so that they can get their degrees and have an opportunity to not have to pay student loans. You know what that takes? Money. You know how you get money? You got to work. When the church say, hey, man, listen, we don't want to tap into the people and we don't want to do a building drive. And I say, you know what? I got it. We're going to buy new cameras. We're going to make sure that we get new pews. I want to make sure that the rent is paid up for the next 6 months. When I contribute over to my church organization, because they don't want to tax the people and they don't want to crowdfund or crowdsource, you know what it takes? It takes money. You know what it takes to go and feed homeless people? You know what it takes in order to create resources for people to be able to shelter themselves? You know what it takes? It takes money. I hate when people try to make it seem like, oh, money isn't ever. I ain't calling nobody. I ain't about to do that dumb shit. I ain't got to prove nothing to you niggas no more. It take money to help people. And church is not a scam. Church is not a scam. It's a gathering of the saints. It's a gathering of the saints. There are people in church that take advantage of other people, but most of the time, if you look at most of the people that's doing it the right way, it's not a scam. If church is a scam, then your fraternities are a scam, and your sororities are a scam that you pay dues to every single month. Let me not get into it. Let me not get into it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it today.